Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. I think a few more people are going to be hopping on, so they might be jumping on. But we're excited tonight. Leah and Sam Melquist are going to be speaking with us, and they have been with World Global Network since February and achieved the rank of Diamond in just 9 weeks. So Leah herself has a master's degree in wellness management with 12 years experience in the wellness industry and public health. Sam is a graphic designer and owner of 2 small businesses. So they are thrilled to be part of the fastest growing team in the U.S. with World Global Network. So Leah, you can go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Janessa, or Jenny Duncan. So that's all right. There we go. That's no problem at all. And actually, Sam just had to run and get our daughter from softball. So it's just going to be me tonight, but that's okay too. I am going to play an income disclosure real quick for us here before we get started. So I'm going to just share my screen for a moment. Let's see here.
Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary, as we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business, and some people will make no money at all. The earnings of a World Global Network partner will be 100% dependent upon their skills, work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. World Global Network does not guarantee any level of income or your success. To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at www.worldgn.com. Income.
Gotta keep us straight there. Don't want nobody getting in trouble, so you always got to play that first. And let me get you back up here. And get going. Awesome. Well, thank you guys all for joining us tonight. I know time is super precious, so we don't take this lightly at all. This call is not full of hype or anything. We're just here to keep it to the facts and share this opportunity that we have at hand. I encourage you, if you're able to do so, I'm going to have lots of different numbers and whatnot. If you can take some notes, that might be helpful. What I can promise you is that no matter what you decide after this presentation, you have never seen anything like this before. Just click me please out here. There's never been an opportunity in the technology space that has regular people like Janessa, like myself and my husband, that are poised and in a position that can drastically change your future. And maybe you were kind of looking for something and are trying to find something that can change your family's financial landscape. Maybe you're just doing a favor for Janessa jumping on tonight, kind of hearing it out. Or maybe you're like Sam and I, where we weren't even looking at all. We didn't need anything else in our life. But we knew something like this would not come around twice, and every opportunity has an expiration date. So there's 5 main points that I'm going to cover about this opportunity. The first one is we are an incredibly relevant product. So the industry is wearable technology, and according to Forbes, 123 million pieces were sold last year, which was a $14 billion industry. The industry is projected to go to $34 billion by 2020, which will be $20 billion of growth. Technology is one of the most explosive things technology is one of the most explosive industries in the entire world, and it doesn't slow down. It never moves backwards, and it doesn't wait for you or I or anyone to understand it before it makes leaps and bounds. Technology has literally boomed overnight, as we've seen with industries like Tesla, Uber, Fitbit, all due to technology. And this is the first time in history that the average Joe can get in front of the wave. Wearable technology will likely replace the smartphone. They're actually, Forbes is projecting. So the number 2 point is we have no competition. Network marketing is over 100 years old. The industry last year had over $183 billion in global revenue. This industry is here to stay, but this is the first time technology has been in the network marketing space. So it's not just another lotion, supplement, makeup. Nobody can say, oh, I tried that already. I wasn't able to build a business with that. It just didn't work out for me. This is by no means a saturated market. Another cool thing about this company is it's 6 years old. Basically, the company just turned 6 years old this past month, and it's publicly traded. So WRMT is the ticker symbol. We have a AAA rating in the Direct Sales Association, and we are a top 100 network marketing company. So we're a tried and true, tested and established company. But we have a ground floor opportunity here with World Global Network being in the US and Canada for the first time, and this Hilo device getting launched for the first time. So we're also global, so we're in 195 out of 196 countries in the world. So many people love their Fitbits, and I know a few of you probably have seen the 2-minute video on this device, but it has those kind of the attributes that a Fitbit has, but we also have the additional measuring of our bioparameters. So the blood pressure monitoring, which is amazing, the Guardian function, so you can set a predetermined range and have people alerted if your metrics go out of those ranges. We also have heart rate, energy, mood, sleep quality. That's why we're really saying why this is revolutionizing healthcare via self-care as well. There's also an SOS feature where you double tap the button right on the side of the device here. You can just see it right there. And it sends in your GPS coordinates. We call it the SOS function. It sends your GPS coordinates to wherever you are at when you push the button. So whoever you have set up to get that alert in case you're in trouble or just can't use your phone at that moment. That's one of the features that I really love about it. So the third point is we have a partnership with Toshiba, which is a $154 billion company. And this is the first time in history that a technology company has partnered with a network marketing company, which really speaks to the legitimacy and the accuracy of the device. Basically, Toshiba has a lot more in the game and a lot more to lose than you or I. So they manufacture the chips, and Fabio Galdi, our CEO, owns the algorithms. We get this question all the time too. So if it's such a great product, why didn't Fabio just sell it? And Toshiba actually did want to buy the device, but he wouldn't sell. He firmly believes in the network marketing model as the most efficient and effective way to bring a product to the market. Another cool thing, we have Antonio De Rosa on staff, whom, if you haven't heard of his name before, he designed the iPhone 5, 6, and 7. And so you'll notice that the device and even the packaging has a very Apple-like feel. A few weeks ago, we had some really exciting news announced. We launched an open API platform. So that means basically app developers can create custom apps for the Hilo to make this device even more multifunctional. So now to add to the list of firsts, we are the first wearable device with its own app store. So what does this mean in terms of earnings for you as this distributor? Well, think of Apple and how they took over the mobile industry. I mean, they were a great phone, but it wasn't until they had an app store that really made Apple just kind of boom and knock out all the other competition. So their app store now triggers $3 billion of revenue per week through microtransactions of app downloads and plug-in purchases. So we currently have over 100 of the greatest app developers working on custom apps for and that will take things like the bioparameter readings that the Hilo does and create custom fitness programs and things we can't even imagine. I'm hearing like small ideas that they're saying of like lie detector tests and all these things because of the type of data that this device can pull. So basically you build your customer base once, have Hilos out there on risks of people across the world, and then as they download apps and these plugins, all of that will come in as revenue and volume up to your organization as residual income, and that is beautiful. So also we just did a conference call today with Antonio just on kind of some updates. He's really projecting that since he was through the wave of Apple, that Hilo and its App Store are going to follow that same trend and do for wearable tech what Apple and the App Store did in the mobile market. So people are just stoked. So the fourth point is we have simple and efficient systems. So it's basically a 2-minute video, which I'm sure most of you saw, a 5-minute video, which we can use as well, and then a 30-minute webinar. We leverage technology and have live opportunity webinars 2 times a day, 7 days a week. And numerous on recording in case that schedule just doesn't work out for people. This is truly a home-based business. It's not, you don't need hotel meetings, you don't need, parties at night. It's just that we can do stuff like this right online. My husband and I did a launch call similar to this yesterday in the airport. On Thursday, we did it from Jamaica. You can just take your business and do it with you on the go. It's pretty cool. And to speak a little bit to the credibility and effectiveness of these systems, it wasn't Sam and I that just came up with how doing it this way. These are passed down by some of the best network marketers in the world. If you Google the top 200 network marketing income earners, you'll find number 3, Nat and Janessa Pranachupra. They are with World.
We were really counting on you to be on. This is where it's at.
That needs to be muted here. Okay, so Nat and Janessa Pranachupra have been involved for just over a year, and they're making almost $1 million a month. Our personal coaches, Seville and Rachel Coe, they are the 6th highest income earners in the world, and in the US, they went to double president in 9 weeks, And our direct sponsor, Tanya Hagree, she was the first female to hit the rank of president, and she just started with World on January 19th. And just to kind of quantify that a little bit, a qualified president pays out at $10,000 per week. So I'm not saying these numbers to impress you, but just to show you the proven and accomplished leadership that we have steering this ship, and it's really why we're the fastest growing team in the U.S. right now. And it's not, I mean, the dollars are impressive, of course, but if you think about the short time frames that these people are accomplishing such crazy ranks and just moving so fast. Proven leadership is really the shortcut to success, because you can have a great product and good timing and all that, but if you don't have the leadership in place, you just have it all here. And currently there are 7,000 business builders in the US and Canada. Just only 7,000. Like, it's still so just the beginning. Like, we're just getting out of pre-launch right now. So it's still anybody's game. The fifth point is the compensation plan. So we had 300,000 devices sold during pre-launch, and we're going to sell 1 million devices this year, just World Global Network is. Over the next year, the plan is to sell 12 million out of the 411 million that will be sold in this entire industry of wearable technology. We just want 3% of the market share. Just 3% turns us into a $3 billion company, and we pay out 52% in commissions to the field. So you can do the math. How much of that do you need for your family's life to be changed forever? So I have just a few kind of questions to close this out, and you can just put it right in the chat box. Before this conversation, had you ever heard of Fitbit or the Apple App Store? Just yes or no? Yes. Okay. And most people have, right? It's just living under a rock. Most people at least know what the Apple App Store is. Okay, next question is, knowing what you know today about Fitbit and the App Store, if you could have gone back in time and been one of the first to be involved and to make money off the sale of each device and every microtransaction through the App Store, would you have invested in one of these companies? Yes or no? You can just tell yourself that too. Yes, right? So here we have a product that is revolutionizing 3 industries at once. At one time, healthcare, the home-based business model, and technology. And you get to decide if you want to be involved at the beginning with the fastest growing team. So Sam, like Janessa said, Sam and I went to Diamond in 9 weeks, and now we're just looking for that next round of leaders to take to the top with us. Here are a few options for how you can get started. If you think you see yourself just as a product user, a single band is probably the best fit for you. It's $319 for the device. Should you decide to do this as a business, then there's a $200,000 weekly max on earnings. If you see the big picture like we did and want to maximize the business side of the compensation plan, there's a few options. So there's number 1 is the premium pack. And basically these just get you to pay less per device. So in the premium pack, you get 6 helos and 6 sets of the colored bands. So the helo actually comes with a black band, and the colored band sets, there's like blue, purple, pink. We're just saying there should be green, but there's 5 different colors. So if you want to switch it out for ladies that want to match outfits and whatnot. The premium pack is $19.99, and that ends up being about $213 per device. So if it's maybe you, a spouse, or a kiddo that you're going to put it on, and you can just sell any extras that you're not going to use personally. Although we like having one on hand just in the box for show too. And with this pack, your weekly max goes up to $600,000, and you will earn 20% on your team volume sales. The next option is a family pack. So this is 5 bands and 1 set of the colored bands, which brings it down to about $240 per device. With this, you also get the $600,000 weekly max and the 20% of your team sales volume commission, and this is paid out weekly. And the family pack is probably our most popular pack right now. And then there's the BioZen. So this is just a whole other product World has right now. It's basically a sticker chip for the back of your electronic devices. It blocks the radiation that comes out from these things, like your laptops and phones and whatnot. And it's called the electrosmog. It's really well known over in the Eastern Hemisphere and over in Asia. It hasn't been so much. World is one of the first companies pioneering stuff like this in North America, but I think we're going to see a lot more of it, like in the coming months ahead. We're mainly just because we're more connected than ever. If you YouTube electrosmog, you'll see some really good videos on the topic and the negative effects we experience from just being such a plugged-in society now. And even think of kiddos, like they're more attached to electronic devices more than ever, which is really scary. And we know that chronic disease is at an all-time high. So you just basically place the sticker chip on the back of the device. And in this pack, there's 38 of the chips, and that's at $13.49. So some too, if they really like the Biozen and the Helos, you'll buy a pack of each. Basically, you choose whatever matches your resource and your business goals. So basically, Janessa has 10 top positions, and everybody else will get stacked underneath her as she's building her business out. The first to get involved, get at the top of the organization, and will earn off of everybody that comes after that. We are growing super fast and add new team members daily right now. So just let her know one of three things when we get off the call tonight. One, you're ready to rock, and you just need to decide which pack is going to be best for you. Two, you still have some questions, and you want to jump on a Zoom or get on the phone, and we can do a three-way even and get those questions answered. Or you're out. It's just, you've heard it through, and it's just not for you. It's no big deal at all. This isn't emotional for us. This is just technology. And I encourage you, if you have some, every once in a while, like, people think this is too good to be true. So they have that little voice in their head that's like, oh, it just can't be as good as it sounds. But I promise you, we have the right product. This is the right time, and we have the proven leadership leading us. So it is absolutely not too good to be true. So thank you so much for taking your time tonight to be with us. And I hope to be working with many of you soon.